Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone is okay where you are on this beautiful Monday. It's windy where I am. I hope you had a beautiful Monday and we are continuing to have a beautiful evening. Today, I want to talk about, are you Rebecca or are you Leah? Yes, are you Rebecca or Leah? I'll give a quick background story about Rebecca and Leah. Jacob left his home because he was running away from his brother that he betrayed, and he went and stayed with his uncle. When he was there, he fell in love with Rebecca, and she was the love of his life. But on the day that he was supposed to marry Rebecca, his uncle tricked him to marry Leah. Leah was the eldest, Rebecca was the youngest, and the father tricked Rebecca to marry tricked Jacob to marry Leah. So on the day of the wedding, where he unveiled the veil, he found that it was not Rebecca, but it was Leah. And already he had taken his vows, and the uncle made him to work more extra years to work for Rebecca. And he worked for those extra years because his heart was with Rebecca. So my question is that, not my question, what I want us to talk about or look at in life is that, especially women, the Bible or traditionally, a woman is supposed to choose a man who loves her, not the one that she loves and the man is just like, But most of the time, I don't know, it's because we think we are civilized, we think we know better. Most of the time, women, we hang on to men who don't love us. And we know, when a man don't really love you the way you love him, or love you more, or love you the way he's supposed to love you, the way God made men to love a woman, you will know. You will know, you will feel it in your mind, you will feel it in your mouth, you will feel it in your nose, you will feel it in your throat, you will feel it in your bosom, everywhere in your heart, in everything. You will know this man doesn't really feel the same way that I do, or he loves me less. But as women, you know. And yes, those kind of relationship, they end up in marriage. You find that the woman has pushed for this relationship to end up in marriage, and it end up in marriage. But what is painful about it is that the way God made a man is not an easy human being to love. Men, it's not easy for them to love, but when they love something or they love someone, they really love that someone. On the other hand, God made us women. We can learn to love a man. It's our nature. When a man is right, his manhood. He act according to what a man is supposed to be and everything. It is easy for us women to fall in love with that man. But with women, it's not easy. So my question is that, why as women do we choose to be Leah in our lives? Leah or Leah? Why do we choose to be Leah in our lives? We know this partner that we have, he may love you, he may like you to a certain degree, but his love is not that deep that he feels that he wants to see himself for the rest of his life with you, spending his moments with you, creating memories with you for eternity until you are parted by death. And we have this thing in our culture that love, life, as a woman, you need to endure. There are things that you can endure in life because life, it's up and down. There are highs and there are lows in life. But the life where you endure, where you know this man, his heart is not really into you, when you know this man doesn't really love me, when you know that whatever that this man do, he doesn't think of Kensani, how will she feel if I do this? Because when a man loves you, I'm not saying when a man loves you he's perfect, I am not saying that, but when a man loves you, even the decisions and the actions that he makes, he thinks of you, and the pain that you might feel, he will also feel it. I disagree completely that somebody who will love you will hate you. And let us stop lying to each other. When a man doesn't love you, he knows. And when he knows that he's whatever that is doing, it's not a mistake. It's not a mistake, whatever action or whatever behavior that he does. He knows what he's doing, and that's what he wants to do, and that's what he enjoys. But as women, we give excuses to our partners when we know this man doesn't really love me. When you know this man, he may be here because there's something that he likes about me. But his heart, my heart, you know even yourself that your heart is not safe in his hands. You know even yourself that your life is not safe in his hands. But as women, what do? We endure. I don't know who is this person who told us that life is about endurance. Can you imagine? You settle for a person you know that deep down you know they don't love you. How do you know that the person doesn't love you? You will know by love is a verb. It's an action. The things that you do, the way you talk to a person, the things that you think. You feel somebody's heartbeat when you love them. You think if I do this, it's gonna help them. And because your heart is your heart, you won't do things that you know that is gonna help them. So why, as women, we settle for men who don't love us? There's no way, culturally, religiously, where it says a woman needs to love a man. But what we are tending to do, we are acting against nature as women. We are loving men more than how men love ourselves. And let me tell you something. Men do tell us the truth about themselves. They do tell us where their hearts are. They do tell us their intentions. They reveal to us who they are. And then we turn around and then we justify it. If you are honest in your life, I want you to look at your relationship where you are, that you are within as I'm talking, and where you might have been before. The red flags were there from the beginning. The red flags were there that this person doesn't love you. The red flags were saying this man doesn't love you enough to protect you and everything. But you made sure that he became yours. You wanted to be the best. You know, when a man loves you, you don't have to prove that you are the best. And when a man loves you, you know it's got your heart. You won't find yourself in a situation where you are asking him to decide what he wants. You won't be asking him to choose between you and another woman. What kind of life are we living as women? We are selling ourselves so less than the Zim dollars, and then we turn around and we say men are trash. We turn around and say men are cruel. But men show us who they are. They show us, they tell us. You can feel, man, when a man doesn't love you. You can see, every being of who you are will tell you, this man is not for me. But the same man that will hurt you, who will make you have sleepless nights, the same man that will make you to have back pain because of stress, the same man that will bring so much shame, because when you walk around you are thinking people may know about it and all that, is the same man that you feel that you cannot live without. It's the same man that you feel that it's him or nothing. What has happened to us as women? What has happened to us as women? It's like we don't have, we have lost our value completely. And the painful thing is that the Bible is a guide to tell us how a woman should be loved. Culturally, it shows how a woman should be loved. But we want to do it our own way, and then it backfires. And then you will spend your life talking to your friends complaining. You will spend your life praying to God to change this man. But you knew this man doesn't have he doesn't have your heart. You can see this man doesn't love you. But you hold on. You hold on like those insects that bite the dog. You hold on and you bite with everything that you have, because you feel this is the man that you want. It's him or nobody else. This topic, it defeats me, because as I'm talking, I'm also talking to myself. I'm just not talking to you ladies out there. I'm also talking to myself. Why, as women, we settle for less? Men show us who they are. Men tell us who they are all the time. But the words they use, but the treatment that they give us, by the way they do things, by making mistakes which are not mistakes but intentional. But we stay. Why? Some of the pain that we go through, it's a self-inflicting pain. It's not pain because of somebody's doing, but by us allowing certain things to happen. Are you Leah or are you Rebecca? You need to ask yourself that. When that man is sleeping and you feel his heartbeat, when everything is quiet, are you sure that his heart beats for you? Are you sure when he dreams about you? Are you sure when he thinks about love, it's you who he thinks of? Nobody can answer these questions except you. And you have to ask yourself those questions. And you know the truth. Life is not supposed to be endured. Life is supposed to be enjoyed. We are not in prison. We are not in a life prison, where maximum prison, like you are serial killers, where we are saving our last days and we are counting the days to our death. But most of us treat our life like we're in life maximum prison with few days to live and just counting the days. Do better by yourself. Do better for yourself. Do better for your children, for your daughters. Do better for your nieces. Do better for your sisters. And do better that when you stand in front of God and he asks you what you did with your life, you won't be telling him, that man made me so miserable. And he will ask you, but didn't you know that he was not the one for you? I hope you're having a wonderful evening. Love yourself more, just a little bit more. Until next time.